y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natea and this is Nesthetics, bringing you content that is aesthetic, authentic, and all about activism. Today is another edition of the Music with a Message series. The Music with a Message series is a series where I break down and analyze conscious music from Black creators and share the importance of this music. So today I chose the song Black Girl Soldier by Jamila Woods, which was released in 2016. Jamila Woods is an artist who is from Chicago, and she is such a good artist, okay? If y'all don't know about Jamila Woods, go check out her music. She writes a lot of her songs. She's also a poet, so definitely go check her out. I actually broke this song down in a blog article that I wrote in June or July, one of those two, when I was talking about Breonna Taylor, because so many people were not paying attention to Breonna Taylor and her story at the time. I want to pay homage and bring awareness to her story through this song. So if you guys want to check that out after this video, definitely go do that. But without further ado, I'm gonna get into breaking down the song, and we're gonna start off with the pre-chorus and the chorus. But what they don't understand see what they don't understand. Okay, y'all. You know, in the last video, if you watched my last Music with a Message video, I kind of like rapped the lyrics because it was a rap song. And this song is a song that's sung, but I'm not singing, okay? Just want to let y'all know that I'm going to be reading the lyrics. So I hope y'all are okay with that. But I feel like in this pre-chorus, Jamila Woods is talking about how no one really understands how it feels to be a Black woman outside of Black women. Like, there's so much that we go through on a daily and just like through society, and then it just feels like every day as a Black woman, like sometimes it's just very saddening and it's hard, okay? It's a shame that the same quote that Malcolm X said in like the 1960s, I think, about Black women being the most unprotected person like in America, that is still true today. And I don't even want to just limit it to Black women in America, but Black women across the globe. Like, if you think about so many Black women that have gone missing, sex trafficking, things that we don't talk about at all. Like in Nigeria, when it was, I think back in 2016, 2017, it was like that hashtag of bring back our girls, because some Black women or Black girls in Nigeria had been kidnapped. So I feel like no one really understands how it feels to be a Black woman, and sometimes it feels like everyone is against Black women, our own male counterparts sometimes, white people, white feminists, and it's hard, okay? It's hard being a Black woman. Like, it's hard. I feel like there is a lack of empathy, there's a lack of respect, there's a lack of protection for Black women across everyone. Like, I could easily just be like, I feel like Black men don't protect, respect as a collective Black women, and there are a lot of problems there, but like as a collective, like with society, I really feel like Black women don't get the respect and the protection and the empathy that we deserve. Like, and you see that with like the Black Lives Matter movement, where more Black male stories are highlighted and cared about versus Black women's story when the same thing is happening to the both of us. Like, I don't understand how there's a lack of empathy for Breonna Taylor, but we all have empathy for George Floyd. Make it make sense. So then the chorus, it says, see, she's telepathic, call it Black girl magic, yeah, she scares the government, deja vu a Tubman. So when I do these breakdowns and stuff, you know, I do look at Genius and I do look at like what's said there, because sometimes the artist does have their own interpretation of the song, and you know, I kind of want to put that into my interpretation as well. So from Genius, I really like how they interpreted the first line where it says, see, she's telepathic, and Genius on there, it says telepathic suggests that Black women are the originators of revolutionary thought. And I like this interpretation because I feel like Black women are always the ones that are at the front lines of the revolution. We always like 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of everybody else. Like, Black women be out here, okay? We be out here doing our thing, okay? And then the next line, it says, call it black girl magic. And like I was just saying, we be doing our thing, and I feel like black women are so resilient. And even after all of this stuff that we continue to go through from society, like, we continue to rise up. What Maya Angelou say? Still our rise? Yes. So like, I feel like the black girl magic is real. Like, you would think that black women would be just like down and out after all the stuff that we done been through historically and present day, which I'll get into a little bit later on as we get into more of the lyrics. Then the next line says, yeah, she scares the government, deja vu of Tubman. And I feel like, look at Stacey Abrams. Like, of course we scare the government because we really be out here making changes, okay? Do you see how Stacey Abrams is out here? Okay, like, we really be making stuff happen. We really be making stuff shake. And of course the government is going to be scared of us because of that. And just like I said, like, deja vu of Tubman, you know, Harriet Tubman. So Harriet Tubman was making stuff shake too back in the day. Black women just always been making stuff shake. We always been doing our thing. We always been at the front lines of the revolution. But one critique I want to say about that is that black women, we do not always need to be at the front lines of protests, okay? Sometimes we need to save ourselves. Sometimes we need to stay at home. And just because black women can do all of these things, that does not mean black women are here to save you, okay? We're not here to save anyone. Black women, save yourselves, okay? Because that energy is not always reciprocated. It's not, okay? Even though we be out here pushing for the revolution for all black people don't be pushing for the revolution for us. So we really gotta recognize when to save ourselves and to not fall into that trap that society tries to tell us, that we're like superheroes and that we're here to save the world. Like, there's different cartoons that depict that. A channel that I watch, Chrissy on YouTube, she talks about this a lot, how like dark-skinned black women are portrayed as like superheroes. I think Stacey Abrams has some cartoons already, but I just want to let y'all know, black women are not here to save you. Now we're gonna move on to verse 1. We go missing by the hundreds. Ain't nobody checking for us. Ain't nobody checking for us. The camera loves us, Oscar doesn't. Ain't nobody checking for us. Ain't nobody checking for us. They want us in the kitchen. Kill our sons with lynchings. We get loud about it. Oh, now we're the bitches. So we go missing by the hundreds. So just like I was talking about and alluding to earlier, like, so many black women are missing, okay? And nobody is talking about it. According to the Black and Missing Foundation report in 2014, 64,000 black women were missing, okay? Missing nationwide. And that was 2014. So just imagine now in 2021 how many black women are missing that we don't know about. And I feel like it is due to, you know, like sex trafficking or anything else. I don't really know much about sex trafficking, but I hear so much about it. Like, I hear about it, but I don't hear about it. It's like, I don't know a lot of information about it, but I hear that it's happening, okay? So we definitely got to be safe out here. All these black women are missing, and that's what Jamila Woods is trying to bring awareness to. She said we go missing by the hundreds, okay? We go missing. Black women go missing every year, yet no one is talking about it. And that's why Jamila says ain't nobody checking for us. So it's like, ain't nobody checking for black women. Ain't nobody checking to see if we're okay. And I feel like also that's not just alluding to like the missing black women, that ain't nobody checking for us, but just like ain't nobody checking on us in general. Like, a lot of people think that black women are just strong because we put on this face and we're the strong friend, we're resilient. People think we okay. No, black women, our mental health sometimes is not okay. And it's like ain't nobody checking for us because they think we the strong friend. And that's why you gotta check on your strong friends, okay? Sometimes black women want to be held. Sometimes we want to be hugged. Sometimes we need a shoulder to cry on. We are not always the strong black woman that we are portrayed to be, okay? Sometimes we need a hug For real. So then the next line says, the camera loves us, Oscar doesn't. Ain't nobody checking for us, ain't nobody checking for us. So they love to cast a black woman on television, but never want to give her her accolades, never want to give her her rewards, her awards, never want to give her the recognition that she deserves, okay? And I feel like with a lot of roles on television lately, there has been a lot of like mixed black women portraying black women on television, leading to the erasure of black women on television. And it's like the camera only loves us when y'all want us to play certain caricatures or like the angry black woman or anything like that. So I feel like television and media has a lot better job to do in regards to, one, portraying black women on screen, and also giving black women their flowers, whether they are in front of the screen, behind the screen. Like, black women, give us our flowers. They want us in the kitchen, kill our sons with lynchings. We get loud about it. Oh, now we're the bitches. This is definitely talking about gender roles. You know, they want us in the kitchen. Black women can do a lot more than just cook and clean, okay? We are not here to just serve those gender roles. And then Jamila Woods also says they kill our sons with lynchings. And just thinking about all the black men that have passed unjustly, and just in general, like how those black mothers have to feel, that pain they have to feel knowing that their son is gone due to police brutality or due to white supremacy, due to etc., etc. Like, that's not easy on black mothers, and black mothers have to go through it so much every year. And it even makes me think about like this one show called All American that I watched recently. And if you've never watched it, it's on Netflix and it's so good. But like, this one mother in the show, she lost two of her sons. A black mother lost two of her sons, not to police brutality, but to like gang violence. And like, even that, like, black mothers have to go through so much, yet we still remain so resilient. Black women still remain so resilient through it all. And then, you know, when black women get loud about these things, get angry about these things, we are labeled as the angry black woman. And it's like, black women, we cannot just be strong all the time. Like I said earlier, we have emotions. We have to let them out. We're just like any other person, any other human. We are simply just angry, and let us be angry, but don't label us as the angry black woman. So I really like how Jamila Woods talked about that, and kind of for me, it represents that black women aren't allowed to feel, and that we have to continue to be strong when that's not realistic at all. Now we're gonna move on to verse 2. Look at what they did to my sisters last century, last week. They put her body in a jar and forget her. They love how it repeats. Look at what they did to my sisters last century, last week. They make her hate her own skin, treat her like a sin. So I feel like the same issues that black women have been facing centuries ago, we're still facing those same issues. And Jamila Woods hints at like they put her body in a jar and forget her. Dun 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 dun. Quick history lesson. Sarah Bartman was a South African woman born in 1789 whose body was commodified in the name of colonial exploitation and racism. Europeans were fascinated by Bartman's quote-unquote exotic features and took her to Europe, where she was put on display at exhibits half naked, and if you had enough money to pay the price, you could even touch her. When she died in 1815, her exposition continued. Her brain, skeleton, and sexual organs were placed in jars and put on display in a museum in Paris, and remained on this display until 1974. But finally, in 2002, her remains were returned to South Africa for a proper burial. Now let's talk about Henrietta Lacks. Henrietta Lacks was born in 1920. In 1951, she was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and while performing a procedure to treat her cervical cancer, the doctor took samples from her cervix unbeknownst to her. Henrietta later died, but her cancer cells survived and multiplied rapidly and were used for leukemia and AIDS research and the development of the polio vaccine and are still used today. Ultimately, without her consent and without her family receiving compensation till this day. So it's like Black women continue to face the same things from centuries ago until today. Like, yet we're still not respected, protected, etc. And with all of this combined, like with society and with people, it makes Black women hate their own skin, like Jamila Woods says in this verse. Makes us hate our own skin, treat her like a sin. So it's like, especially for a dark-skinned Black woman, even though I'm not a dark-skinned Black woman and I am a lighter-skinned Black woman, it's like, I can't imagine what dark-skinned women go through, like having to navigate society with how people are so colorist, texturism, and just like misogynistic, misogynoir. Like, I can't imagine how darker skinned Black women feel, because I feel the pain as well, but I can't imagine how a dark skinned Black woman feel, because it's just so much. Like, society really wants us to hate ourselves, and that's why we have these movements where we're talking about Black girl magic and how we love our hair and we love our skin, because society always tries to tell us that we're not beautiful, that our skin is not beautiful, our hair is not beautiful. I know for me personally, with my hair growing up, I didn't always receive acceptance, even from my own people, for the texture of my hair, because my hair is type 4. So it's difficult. And she don't give up. Yeah. She don't give up. She don't give up. No. She don't give up. So this is the refrain, and I feel like this just speaks to the resilience of Black women, like I've been talking about this entire video. We don't give up. We rise, just like Maya Angelou said. Rosa was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Ella was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Audrey was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Angela was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Sojourner was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Asada was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Rosa was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Ella was a freedom fighter, and she taught us how to fight. Now, if you don't know these Black women, I'm gonna need you to get to know them, okay? I love how Jamila Woods pays homage to all of these amazing Black women who have carried the way, who were and are revolutionaries, who have done so much for Black communities. And yes, if you don't know them, get to know them real quick, especially this Black History Month. Okay, I don't even know if I said in the beginning Happy Black History Month, but Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month if I forgot to say it, okay? Also, just a little plug for me, I have some merch coming out soon that includes 2 of these revolutionaries, Asada and Angela. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you want to get all the updates on my merch and see the launch and all that good stuff, definitely go follow me on Instagram. I post all my stuff and updates there. So final thoughts about the song. I really love this song. I feel like this song is a poem in a way. I feel like a lot of songs are poems, but you just put music, instrumentals on top of it, and now it's a song. So I really like how this song is like poetry in a way, and I really like how Jamila Woods really brings awareness to the plight of Black women, because if we don't do it, who is? So my final thoughts on this whole thing. Number 1, we need to do a better job of protecting Black women, especially our Black male counterparts. we need to do a better job of protecting Black women. Of course, society is against us, and it's coming from all different angles, but it especially hurts when it's coming from our Black men. And I want to say that Black men as a collective need to do a better job at protecting and respecting Black women. And you know, with the recent events with the domestic violence situation that happened with the NFL player, and then also the situation that happened to the Black woman in New York, where those are two situations. But one situation, a Black man attacked a Black woman. Another situation, a white man attacked a Black woman. Why do I only see Black men speaking out about the white man that attacked the Black woman? Okay? Black men as a collective need to hold themselves accountable about the lack of protection and respect that they have for Black women. Okay? Black men shouldn't be the main ones being colorist, or anybody in general. Like, but it's like I said, it hurts when it comes from Black men. It's like Black men are the main ones that are practicing misogynoir, colorism against Black women, being colorist. Okay, because colorism don't hit Black men the way it hit Black women. It's different. So why is it that Black men are colorists, practicing misogynoir, not speaking up for us? Okay, I would have loved to seen more Black men speak up about the domestic violence situation that happened in New York against the Black woman by a Black man. Because it's like, y'all could have been like, okay, y'all, we need to get it together. We don't need to be treating our Black women like this. We don't need to be attacking them like this. But yet, y'all speak out about situations when a white man does it. No. We all need to keep ourselves accountable, okay? Keep ourselves accountable. But I feel like I'm going to touch on this and expand more on this in another video sometime soon. I won't go into too much depth, but that's definitely how I feel about that, and how I feel about Black men and not protecting Black women. And like I said, as a collective, it really feels like Black men don't respect and protect Black women. So do a better job. That's all I gotta say. So thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, definitely make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and make sure you leave a like and a comment of your thoughts on this video. How can you do a better job? And this is to everybody. How can you do a better job of protecting and respecting Black women? Not only the Black women in your lives, but also just Black women in general. Okay, don't just pick and choose the Black women that you want to protect and respect. Okay, so you know, ask yourselves that. If you want to answer it in the comment section, you can do that. But thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.